As you're preparing to return to work, you'll be wondering, how much should I be storing and how far in advance do I need to prepare? As with anything, it is always best not to leave things to the last minute, and pumping enough breast milk for your return to work is certainly at the top of that list. Start several weeks prior to your first day back at work and calculate how many ounces will you need for your baby on the first day, as well as your freezer stash. For example, if you'll be away from your baby for 8 hours and will need to pump 3 times for 3 to 4 ounces each, that will be 9 to 12 ounces of milk needed for your first day back at work. If you then add another 10 3-ounce bags for your freezer, this will add an additional 30 ounces that you will ultimately need. In this scenario, in total, you will need about 40 ounces of milk to be fully prepared. Waiting to store this until the last week before you go back will make it really difficult to achieve. And in this case, what I would recommend is that you only focus on getting the 9 to 12 ounces pump that you will need for your first day. You'll have to catch up on the freezer stash later. Ideally, you will give yourself a minimum of 4 to 6 weeks to start pumping and storing. Pumping 1 to 2 ounces per day, in addition to the ½ ounce of milk that you will continue to feed your baby each evening just to keep the bottle going, will give you more than enough over the 4 to 6 weeks to have all the milk you need for your first day back at work, plus your freezer stash. For some moms, this is not a problem. And for others, you may find it difficult to pump in between feeding your baby to get this extra milk. One of the ways to work around this is to not try and pump between feedings, but to express a small amount, like 1/4 ounce from each side prior to each breastfeeding during the day. If you're breastfeeding 8 times and you express a ½ ounce each time, you'll essentially be storing 4 ounces per day. This is even more than I'm recommending you do if you gave yourself enough time.